Welcome back to Wall Street Podcast. Today we're doing a deep dive into a recent analysis from Goldman Sachs Asia. It's titled China Humanoid Robot, 2025 WRC Takeaways, and it came out August 11th, 2025.
That's right. It really provides some sharp insights based on their time at the 2025 World Robot Conference.
Right.
They're looking closely at how fast humanoid robots are evolving, product-wise, and naturally, investment implications.
Okay, let's get into their main observations. The first one seems pretty significant. It's about demand signals shifting. Apparently, the conference saw a lot of family and consumer traffic.
Yeah.
More than expected.
Exactly. That was a key point. It suggests there's real near-term demand potential.
Yeah.
Beyond the usual industrial stuff. We're talking education, companionship, entertainment uses.
And that's backed by new, cheaper robots coming out.
Yes, precisely. They mentioned Unitree's R1, which is around, RMB 39,900.
About $5,500 US, yeah.
And Engine.ai has one coming, the SAO2, even slightly cheaper at RMB 38,500. This move toward consumer-level pricing, it's potentially a game changer.
Okay, so if we look beyond the factory floor, what are the immediate commercial opportunities that jumped out at the conference?
Well, based on that traffic and the pricing, it really seems to be in those non-industrial roles first. Things like educational bots, maybe companion robots, definitely showroom guides, stage performers. The WRC consumer buzz and these affordable models, they point strongly towards that kind of potential, right now. Accessibility seems key.
Interesting. Let's shift to the tech side. The report mentions inflection points, but also hurdles. Sounds like the industry still needs a year or two for scaling data and improving the AI models, reinforcement learning specifically.
That's the assessment. They figure that ChatGPT moment for robots where they can handle general tasks in new places is probably, 2 to 3 years away, though they're confident it's coming within the decade.
And the big challenge is data.
Yes, getting enough high-quality, real-world data. They estimate up to 70 or 80% needs to be that kind of data for robust training. Some are looking at multimodal remote human operation, basically humans controlling robots remotely to generate that data, like a bridge solution.
And there's debate about the underlying AI.
Right. Is Google's VO3 architecture potentially better than the current approach, which is often these vision language action models, VLAs, combined with reinforcement learning? It's an open question.
That real-world data need sounds like a major constraint. So what would you say is the primary technological bottleneck holding back wider adoption right now? How is the industry tackling it?
It really comes back to that data scaling and model enhancement for reinforcement learning. That's the core issue highlighted. The industry's approach is multi-pronged, pursuing things like that human-in-the-loop data generation we mentioned, and also fundamentally questioning and exploring the best AI architecture. Is VO3 the way? Or something else.
And NVIDIA's involved here too.
Oh yes, very proactively, showcasing their full stack, hardware and software. They mentioned the new Cosmos Reason VLM and the Jetson AGX Thor platform, which seems widely used.
Okay. And despite the hurdles, performance is getting better. Lots of new product launches.
Definitely. Over 20 new products just around the conference time. And noticeable improvements in speed, smoothness. Crucially, the live demos mostly worked without glitches.
That progress feeds into a wider range of uses, I imagine.
It does. The report outlines 4 main application areas taking shape. First, education, showrooms, stage stuff. Second, standard platforms for developers and AI training. That's actually the bulk of current volume. Third, manufacturing and logistics. They're getting pretty good, 80 to 99.5% success on certain tasks like pick and place. An 18-month payback is seen as reasonable there.
And the fourth?
Consumer roles. Elderly care, general companionship. And an interesting note, manufacturers focus on system efficiency, not just one robot being fast.
Makes sense. What about cost reduction? That's always critical.
It's a major focus. They estimate the domestic component ratio in China is high, maybe around 80%. Efforts include optimizing designs, simplifying hardware specs where possible.
But the real key is volume.
Absolutely. Volume leverage is seen as the path to really driving down that cost curve significantly. And government subsidies are helping too. Consumer ones, like RMB 1,500, back on a purchase over 10,000.
And bigger ones for corporations.
Yes, RMB 250,000 for purchases over 5 million, tied to events like Beijing's E-Town Robot Consumption Festival. Some online discounts too.
So we have this rapid change, software and hardware evolving together. The report mentions product redesign risk because of this. What's the key investment takeaway for the supply chain, given that risk?
Goldman Sachs points specifically to actuator assembly. They see that as having the best long-term visibility, despite the redesign risks elsewhere. It's why they recommend Sanhua HA, ticker is SHA.00 Jono 2050, as
Hmm.
buy rated. They see strong growth potential there in humanoid robot actuators, given Sanhua's market leadership. Actuators are just fundamental to movement.
Right, the joints and muscles, essentially.
Exactly, a critical component.
Okay, pulling this all together, what's the impact for the general public? How might this affect our daily lives sooner rather than later?
Well, the trend towards affordability, plus those subsidies, it really suggests these robots could move out of factories and labs and into homes. Think companionship, education aids. We might also see them more in public spaces, retail, entertainment guides.
So faster integration than we might have thought.
Potentially, yes. It signals a future where interacting with advanced robots becomes more commonplace, possibly changing how we do certain tasks or even just how we live day to day.
It certainly paints a picture of an industry moving very quickly, a lot of flux. So, thinking ahead, as these tech and cost factors keep pushing forward, what surprising new roles could these humanoid robots actually fill in our homes or workplaces? Roles we might not even be considering right now.